Alrighty. Hey guys, so today's video is one that I thought of a little bit ago and I was like, that is an interesting idea. I am going to film a what was in my backpack 2020 quarantine senior edition because I'm no longer in school. Basically, schools got shut down. They're in no go zone, they're off limits, which like I'm not complaining about, but it really means that I have absolutely no reason to use my backpack, to look at my backpack, to even remember that I have a backpack. So before I let it disappear from my memory completely, I'm going to show you guys what was in my backpack before senior year. I think this is really interesting because I think it shows like what kind of student I was before quarantine, which personally wasn't great, and I feel like it's kind of interesting. So in considering we're seniors and we are leaving high school, I feel like it'd be interesting to see what kind of person everybody was before leaving high school, because at this point technically we've fully left. Now let me grab my backpack. So to start, this is my backpack. I've had this backpack for every single year of high school, so 4 years. It looks like this. It's really ugly and dirty now, but essentially it is this color. It's like beige. It's really stained and gross now. It's got blue kind of trim. I think at one point it was like blue and white. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't remember. I do know that it was from Aeropostale. It has, looks like a little buckle, but this is actually a fake buckle. And it just has magnetic. It used to magnetic here. That ripped off in like 11th grade. It has the hook for the locker. And then it has like a drawstring. 2 straps on the back. Huge hole ripped in it, but there's no, like, it doesn't go all the way through. It's just to the liner. And I did sew that at one point and it re-ripped, so yeah. And then 2 pockets on either side and a pocket on the front. Oh, I forgot to put the little disclaimer in before I started the video. I'm wearing this little tank top and clearly have a sunburn. I burnt my face and my neck yesterday. I'm in so much pain because I was in the sun for too long yesterday. Like, I wasn't in the sun intentionally to like tan or like go to the beach or like be out for like whatever a long period of time, so I wasn't like thinking about putting on sunscreen. I just ended up in the sun all day, and then I was like, I'm burnt, and here we are. I just want to preface that, why I'm literally like red. Let's just get right into this. So we'll start with these smaller pockets. So this side pocket only has 2 things in it. This is a little thing I got at my youth group. It's like a little keychain. It's a little keychain I got at the place I did co-op, which is also the youth center I used to go to. It looks like this. You pull at the end and it's a flashlight, and I thought that was kind of cool to keep in my bag. I go out almost every night, so anytime I went out with the intention to study, or if I wanted to bring a sweater or my charger and my wallet, I literally brought my backpack. So this bag wasn't just like my school backpack. This has been like my bag for everything. So like that was kind of the point of putting it in there, because, you know, if I'm ever out and about in the Tim's parking lot by myself, I want that added protection. The next thing that was in there is my little tea consent pin, and it says consent. It's simple as tea, right? If you have never seen the tea consent video, it's essentially comparing sex to tea, and it's about giving consent. I got that at some kind of forum I went to, and I was like, oh my god, everybody knows the tea consent video and everybody loves the tea consent video. So I took that pin and I actually plan on giving it to my friend, because I really don't put pins anywhere and she collects them. So yeah, but then school ended and I never gave it to her, and now I have it still. Next pocket is this pocket. Great. In this side pocket we have a pair of headphones, which is actually super useful because I need them. Got basic Apple headphones, and I need those for the bus. I hated taking the bus. I still hate taking the bus, and it was like the worst experience, so I hated being on it. And I was like, I need to get my license, get a car, and stop taking the bus. I procrastinated getting my license wouldn't have had a car anyway. The only other thing in here is this chapstick. Next we'll go to this front pocket. It's got all the goods. So, always in here, my house keys. So cute, little girl power keychain. As I said, I never had a car. I still don't have a car, so I didn't have car keychain, car keys, so I had this keychain with my house key. The next thing I would keep in here, that just made it easily accessible to have in this pocket. This is the next thing I keep in here. This is such a mom thing to have. I know that. I also got this at my co-op, but it's essentially a Band-Aid holder. So if they, punched a wall making a TikTok, hypothetically, they'd say, hey Desiree, do you have a Band-Aid? And I'd be like, you got it. So I always have Band-Aids, but whatever. The next thing I have in here, this is dumb. This was the dumbest thing. I bought this. I watched a lot of like school supply haul videos, so when I went and got my school supplies, I was like, I need this stuff. This was useless. They're basically blotting sheets for like if your face is oily. I neglected to keep in mind how deep my lack of caring goes for what I look like. So yeah, there was never a moment in a day where I was like, oh my god, I need to go blot my oily face. I was like, I just do not care. The next thing in here are these. They're panty liners for when you're on your period or think you might be on your period or finishing your period, etc. Whatever you want to wear them for. So I kept them in there in case. The next thing, pads for when you're on your period. The next thing is this Tide to Go stick. Boom. This Tide to Go stick takes out stains. I've also never used this at school. So there's that. That's everything in the front pocket. Now into my big main pocket and the last pocket. First book in here. This is the Canadian and International Law textbook. As you can see, it is in mint condition. Just kidding. It's a little bit beat up. This is probably not one of the worst textbooks I could have been given, but whatever. This is my law textbook. I've used this thing like maybe once in my entire life. Inaccurate. He did check homework, and for a bit there I cared. So, I used this thing a couple times. But yeah, there's my law textbook, and I don't really use it now because of quarantine and don't really do any work anyway if it's not being marked, which sounds dumb and horrible, and you should never do that. You should do all your homework. I'm a huge advocate for education in school. Like, actually, I do think it's really important. I just am a horrible example. Advocate, not an example. Law. Little comment about law. I was in a grade 11 law class, and then I decided I hated everybody in that class, and that sounds super immature, but this class makes me uncomfortable. It makes me anxious to be here, and I don't like that. And I'm going to have a harder time learning because anytime he says group work or discussion, I'm going to be like, please send me out of this room. So I was like, no way, can't be in this class. So I switched out and I took a spare. So I took a spare, which was fantastic. Best decision ever on my part, but I did not take grade 11 law. Grade 11 law was the interesting law, let me tell you, because grade 12 law, boring as boring. Worst thing I've ever, worst class. Now there's a lot of reasons why I don't like my law class. But a good chunk of those is that the content is so boring. Basically, it was like stuff that was like boring. Like, it was like laws and rules and like wordy stuff. And I was like, where's the violence? Where's the interesting stuff? Yeah, I just thought I'd share. Grade 12 law sucked for me because it was one of my electives, which means I personally picked it. You don't have to take it. And I wanted to take it. Like, I was like, yeah, I want to take law. And then I got in that law class and I was like, I'm never coming to class. Advocate, not an example. The next thing that's in here are these two notebooks. I don't know if I did a school supplies haul this year. If I did, I'll link it up in the cards, but these were probably in it. Super, super cute. These notebooks are only 40 pages. They're by Hilroy. What I like about them is, like, essentially, like, I don't know how many notes I'm going to copy in a class, But like if I fill up a 40-page notebook, at least I fill it and I can throw it out and start a new one. Whereas like when you buy like a 100, 200-page notebook, oftentimes you don't use all the pages in a high school class, and then you have this like half-filled notebook and it's kind of annoying and useless and it really bothers. The next thing I have in here is the only other textbook I have in here. This is my King Lear. I guess this isn't even a textbook. This is my King Lear. What's this called? Play. This is my King Lear play. Actually a decently interesting play. I actually didn't finish it because at that point it was Corona and they were like, finish it at home, and I was like, more time to sleep. Advocate, not an example. So yeah, didn't finish that, but up until where I got, it was pretty interesting. And one of my favorite assignments, this is really random, this video is gonna be horrible to edit. Pretty much. Anywho, I just wanted to say my favorite assignment was actually my King Lear assignment. The next thing, this is my folder. If you watched my high school senior advice video, which will be linked if you want to check it out, I talked about this and why this is one of my favorite items in the entire world to have in high school. In short, it just made my backpack lightweight. I always had everything I needed on hand and it helped me stay really organized. If you want a more further description on why that is, like I said, check out that advice video. I give a lot of good, well, maybe not good, but like, you know, decent advice, like for like the average student, like advice for the average student from a pretty average student. So this is my folder. It actually has a lot of crap in it for not having been to school, but there's that, my holy grail of grade 12. Okay, the next thing in here is my pencil case. I've had this for the last 2 years, I think. It was a purse. This is from Walmart. On this side it is brown, on this side it is black. It has 2 pockets. It's a really good size. In this pocket I keep pencils, pens, I think that's it, pencils, pens. Oh, and colored pens, because I'm a big colored pen person. I always have them. So pencils, pens, and colored pens. That's on that side. This side I keep highlighters, sticky notes, eraser, calculator I used to have in here. Anyway, so basically that's my pencil case. Super fun, super cute. Next thing. This is my wallet. I need this because I go to Tim's a lot, and that's pretty much why there's money in here. The next item is these. My cat is giving me a death stare right now. These big pencils, they're mechanical pencils, but I bought this extra pack pretty much halfway between these semesters to add to my pencil case because I thought I would need more, but it turns out I wasn't going to be back at school, so didn't need more. So there those babies are, and now I have extra pencils for online university. The last thing, because this baby is now empty, the last thing in here is this little pouch, which has more stuff in it. Yay. This is something I made in like 9th grade. I've had it all 4 years. It's basically probably what you think it is. It's essentially like an emergency pack for like any kind of emergency. Mine's pretty much like dwindling on what's in it now because I've had it for the 4 years. A scrunchie, a little headband. This is some Claritin in case my allergies flared up. I actually would like to keep that. Moist wipe, another mini bottle of my perfume. My Tums, another hair elastic and a little clip. Another little stain spot thing and a little lip gloss because in grade 9 I really did want to look hot. And then it ended in grade 9. Because anyway. Basically, that is everything that was in my senior year bag before quarantine, and pretty much everything that's ever going to be. And I'll probably be retiring this bag because it is getting a little old and tattered. But that is that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, leave me some other video ideas down below. I'd love to hear them. I'd love to film more for you guys. Otherwise, you guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you all next week. Peace out.